right. What's up, creeps? I don't know who's going to be tuning in. I thought I would get on the old TikTok and say hello. A lot of you guys see me only in person when I'm live on the Creepy Confidential After Dark. So I thought, super informal, just get on here. I'm in the HQ office, so I hope that we can just kind of hang out for a little bit. I have some our swag, so our postcards to show, our stickers to show. So I'm hoping I can get some people just to tune in and say hello, which is, just a regular Thursday here at Creepy Confidential. If you've seen the live streams, you know that we have cats, so you might see cats wandering in and out. But this is just me coming in and saying what's up. I'm hoping to get just a few people and stop in and say hello. So I have a little music playing in the background. I said this is kind of semi-informal. And I'm going to be unpacking stuff while hopefully we get some more viewers. So if this is your first time, maybe if you're wandering in, not even as a follower, but someone who's maybe on our For You page, or you're finding us on your For You page, then my name's Noelle. I am the host of Creepy Confidential. We talk about cryptids, cults, conspiracies, and other worldly creepy, which is always super fun. I like to kind of jump all over with, maybe talk about a cult, then talk about cryptids, and it's really just a place for me to be a nerd and write my episodes and come and hang out with the creeps. So I guess anybody who's wandering in, if you have questions, thank you for the gifts. That's wonderful. I've set a little goal for us because that would go towards our equipment, go towards ordering more swag pieces. Because if you're tuning in, I see a follower. Hey, Jean, how's it going? I won't say your real name because I don't want to give it away. But I have our stickers I want to show. I have our postcards. They're jumbo postcards. I actually think I'm going to show those first, our jumbo postcards. And these are episode art that some of our favorites that have been turned into jumbo postcards. I need to get a storefront for these so that I can actually, people can just click on say, I want this. So that's coming. We did a little sneak peek. Right, might be a given. I know, it's close. So the name, that is, if everybody who's tuning in, I have friends and family that follow me. Gene is family, so I know who he is. And I have my husband in here who's going crazy on the shares. Thank you so much. That's very nice of you. I also creep on his live, so. Episode art is actually, a lot of them has been done by him, so you will, well, howdy, partner. A lot of our episode art is actually started by him or done completely by him. So that one's a really, some of them, of course, you'll see they might look AI nature. But this one is our Indrid Cold episode. I'm bad I don't remember the episode numbers. But I love these because they are like a semi-matte. They're quite large. I think they're 5.5 by 3.5. That looks a little bigger than that. 7.5 by 5.5, excuse me. And then on the back, so you can send some creepy postage to your friends and family. But as you can see, I mean, my head's pretty big, and they're pretty good size. So that's always cool. So that's the Indrid Cold one. And this one is local to the fellow Wisconsinites out there. Lake Winnebago is a lake that a lot of people, you shouldn't swim in, first of all. I mean, I have, but it's green most of the season. But it is, I grew up around Lake Winnebago and at High Cliff Park. So this episode was the Lake Winnebago Monster. The Lake Winnebago Monster was known to eat elk, like way back in the day. Oh my gosh, dinos! Oh my gosh, you guys you're being crazy. I love it. And this one was fantastic. So we took a little bit of some sea life in the background, and then we started with this really cool, oh my gosh, my brain is forgetting what they're based off of. It's totally left my brain. what the fish is. There's a fish that lives in Lake Winnebago, very common, and they're ginormous. And of course, I am completely blanking on what their name is. My gosh, too much. Sturgeon. My gosh. Jean's gonna take my Wisconsin card away from me. So again, full card, big jumbo postcards. The back, these are creepy confidential postcards so that you can send it to one of your family, friends, creeps. If they're from that area, so Michigan, Wisconsin, they will know about the sturgeon that live in that many of the lakes, but specifically in Lake Winnebago. So there's 2 of them. So let's keep going. Now this one I have a fun backstory. So if you're listening, you're going to get to hear the backstory on this one. Heaven's Gate, right? So Heaven's Gate was a 90s cult, and that, everyone knew, and unfortunately back then there was quite a few of them that unalived themselves because they thought they were going to be joined on a spaceship. So I'd covered this episode, and Mr. Creep was just was doodling. He was practicing, and I think he was just kind of figuring out what I might want. And I looked over, and I'm like, oh my god, I love that! Please don't get rid of it. And the look on his face was he's a graphic designer, and he likes to make things look really nice, and I like them when they're like this, like they look like a piece of art. And boot the screen. I don't know what that means, but I love that. I just love how weird it is. So this is Mr. Applewhite, and then I took him and I took his little head being beamed up into outer space. So, and again, this one has the classic Creepy Confidential logo on the back. A lot of them are already pre-colored, like a little stamp. You do need postage on these, obviously. But this one's just the logo because I wanted it to just be clean. And this one is, of course, a depiction of what he thinks maybe is going to happen. So after I did the Heaven's Gate episode, most episodes take me just a few weeks. I researched Heaven's Gate for a year, maybe a little more than a year. And I thought, okay, I'm ready. And I like to really dive deep into them. Thank you for the hearts, everybody. Fantastic. Hopefully you like this story. So I did research on Heaven's Gate. I made the episode. I produced the episode. Out it went, whole 9 yards, right? And then after it was posted, I got a couple comments. One person is still in Heaven's Gate. He was an individual that left before the travesty happened. And then another one not only left some nasty messages, but then proceeded to DM me and tell me I should stick to cryptids. And she was not happy. And she is another Heaven's Gate member. So I had a couple Heaven's Gate members contact me, but she couldn't produce anything to change my information that I had researched and brought to the table. So she just disappeared into the ether. I've since learned who she is through our Varsity Bookworm episode. Was really cool because he's been in touch with them and he does philosophy and everything like that. So we did a whole, oh my gosh, that was like 2.5 hours or something like that, where we talked about the philosophy of kind of the religion of Heaven's Gate and what they do. So that was a little backstory about this one. That was a wild one. But I haven't been contacted by them since, and I'm not too worried. So everybody, if you're just joining in, my name's Noelle. I'm the host of Creepy Confidential. I make all the episodes, and I'm showing off some of our swag, or also things that you can buy. These are our oversized jumbo postcards with episode art, and I'll have some stickers that I'm going to show here in a minute. And I'm hoping that I get these up so that people can get them if they like. So we've gone over a couple of them so far. Now, this was one of our more recent episodes. I am going to change this song in the background because, no, we don't want Drake. Sorry. Anyway, so here we are. We're on to another one. Now, this one is our Aokigahara Jukai, also known as the Suicide Forest. Unfortunately, a name it's picked up. But I really, really enjoyed this episode. I thought that it was going to be kind of one of those where you just learn about all the people that have, but they protect those stats very, very, very closely. And I ended up learning quite a bit from it. So this one, it's a beautiful forest. Just when you look at it, it's haunting in nature anyway. But the Aokigahara episode was probably one of the more recent, but one of my favorite ones. Did some really neat music with it, and so we turned our episode art. We turned it into a postcard. So again, these ones are postcard. And they have all the postcard backing, so you can use them. But they're big. I believe they're 7.5 by 5.5. So I'll do this again to show quite large. I'm not a teeny person, so they're good size. I really, really like how some of these are kind of haunting, and some of them are a little more. They look like cartoons. Wait till you have some other ones. They're fantastic. So this is our Aokigahara Jukai episode. Was wonderful. So let's move on. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna get a little drink. Say how you guys are doing. Say hello. Don't be afraid. I'm just Mrs. Creep, also known as Noelle, my real name, the weirdo Wisconsinite, living in Ohio, doing my episodes of Creepy Confidential. I really enjoy doing kind of more lengthy researched episodes, so this is my chance to bring this information to the Creep Nation. So we're coming into, we just passed 2 years, and we're coming into our 3rd year, which is very exciting. Stay hydrated, folks. Coconut water is delicious. Any hoozle. And I really, what does it say? Join my team. I haven't seen that guy before. So if you want, please tap the screen. Just let me know that you're there. I think we set a gift goal at the very, very, well, some people say I can have multiple personalities. And by all means, though, I really just want to know that you're there. You can follow us here on TikTok. All of our links are also on our profile. So if you want to listen to our episodes, I'm everywhere. If you're Spotify, if you're Apple Podcasts, YouTube, we even have the episodes on YouTube with just kind of a motion one in the background. And that, so that sometimes people just have that playing in the background. So I'm just really enjoying getting out there and saying hi to everybody. So I'm gonna, it seems like, what do we got here? I gotta look at this. Oh my gosh, guys, we hit the goal. Oh, I see. You are too sweet. Just want me. So I'm gonna take just a moment here as we're talking. You're gonna see the screen kind of moving around, and we're gonna let's set another one. Let's see. That's fantastic. So I'm gonna do these little heart puffs. What do we think, guys? I know it's kind of cheesy, but I think it's cute. So we can do that one. Perfect. So what I'm doing here tonight is I am showing the postcards for it's episode art that I have turned into oversized postcards so that you can send them to your family, friends, and fellow creeps. And the art was made all in-house by either MVR Creative, Mr. Creep, a little bit of both. They are maybe one and the same person. And then I have modified them. So this isn't done by a third party. These are all done in-house, which makes it very, very fun. While I'm on here and rapping, we got some stuff coming up. And I hope that you guys are ready for 2025 because the 17th of this month, kicking off the new live stream, we do Creepy Confidential After Dark. It's once a month. It's a chance for us to kind of to let down my hair, not have to script an episode because I want to talk with somebody who's in the community, in the biz, alien lovers, or people that have seen cryptids, or authors. That's our, like the chance to really get in touch with the community and be out there. So I'm hoping that we're really I already have January and February scheduled, so it's gonna be very fun. January is Leslie and Stephen Shaw. They are authors of Who They Are and What They Are Up To, a book about aliens. And then another one is February, which is Those Dweebs. It's a paranormal, mostly paranormal group. And hopefully we get out there, we get to talk about paranormal and ghosts, and it'll be, oh, look at Minecraft. That's so cute. I love it. And I'm really excited for those two. And then at the end of the month, I'm taking a super secret squirrel trip to St. Louis to do some work with, I got invited to another podcast. So that will be very exciting. And it's not in the cryptid world. It's not in the alien world. Dipping my toes into finally getting to talk about other things that I enjoy. So that one will be fun, but it's still creepy in the horror community. So that's interesting. And then in July, way in the future, I will be a vendor at GhouliCon. I will be a speaker at GhouliCon, and Creepy Confidential is one of the sponsors of GhouliCon. So first time out there, Creepy Confidential is on the flyer. It's very cool. So just a couple things that are in the future. So let's move on to some other things. So anybody that's coming in, I really hope you check out all of the goodies and the stuff. Don't forget you can add us to all of your podcast locations. So next one, Haunted Dolls. Robert the Doll. This was a trip of an episode. I wouldn't say I'm crazy like into haunted objects and things, but Robert the Doll is who made like the idea of Chucky happen. So Robert the Doll was the original. Chucky's the copy. So he has a body count and he's just a stuffed doll. So very important. He was an episode I did kind of early on, but again, the drawn in-house, very, very cool. These are the big gigantic postcards. And this one, and he has this little dog. He didn't originally have that dog, and then when he got to the museum is where I think they just kind of put it with him to kind of humanize him a little bit, which is clever. But now it's iconic. He's everywhere. Anytime you see a picture that's made of Robert the Doll, he has that little dog in his lap. So again, postcard background, very, very fun. And there's the front. Robert the Doll. I really like that one. If you guys are wandering in, if you could tap the screen, let us know that you're there. Say hello. By all means, say hello. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared. I know I kind of have my kind of vampire makeup on today, but don't be afraid of me. I promise. I'm not scary. just a weirdo Wisconsinite. Now these little creatures, I don't know if you guys have seen the Fresno Nightcrawlers. They're like these tall, wispy, no torso. It's just like a head with legs and like these disco pants. And they just cross across the lawn. And they were originally seen in California. And this guy was trying to catch somebody stealing bikes. And he actually is the one that caught them. So it's very weird. And there was a couple hoax videos that came out, and then they have another real one that was in one of the national forests. And again, it's just two of them just like walking through the forest. Super interesting. You don't like, there's no backstory. There's no like, there's speculation, but it's crazy. So because I thought they have disco pants, I thought it would be fun to put these like disco background in there. I thought it's cool. It's cute. It's bubbly. You can send it to your friends. And again, there's the postcards on the background. Very, very fun. And again, episode art, Fresno Nightcrawlers. This was a fun one. If you're tuning in, I know I kind of keep saying it, there's people that come in and come out and kind of see how it goes beep, boop, beep a little bit at a time. Feel free, tap the screen, say hello, follow us here on TikTok, Creepy Confidential, a podcast about cryptids, cults, conspiracies, and otherworldly creepy. And I wanted to come on and say hi to my creeps and show off the postcards. So thank you so much for sharing the live. This is, if you're kind of coming in and out, you can tell, this is one of my first ones. I need a little sip from my beverage. Coconut water. Ooh. So this one's a local one here to Ohio, and that is the Loveland Frog. Now it's interesting because I had my ideas of what the Loveland Frog was when I first started my research, and then I went to a presentation at the Frogman Festival, which which was fantastic. His name is James Willis. I think there's only been doing it for 2 years, the festival itself, but he's been the kind of keynote speaker on the Frogman Festival because of his research, and he's an author, really, really nice guy. And he just like blew my theories out of the water. It just, all of them. He showed police reports and tied all the stories together, and I had to completely rewrite my episode after I listened to that and talked to him in person. So this one was done by, is this an MVR? Yeah, this is MVR Creative. They did the Frogman. It's crazy though. So you have this idea, but when really the police report doesn't look like this at all. They kind of look like these weird toad creatures. They were on the side of the road and they had these little like wands. I'll call them a wands. I swear that was a milk carton. That would be so Wisconsinite of me to be drinking milk on the live, but it's coconut water. Now I feel like I need to get a milk carton and just drink out of it live so people think I'm like the ones we had in school that you could never open. I know, well, Jim went to school with me, so, said your name, oops. Where you had to like put it up and then like pop the end over, and that thing always tore. You couldn't get a straw in that thing. It was a pain in the neck. But now I want so bad. That milk was crisp. So that's Loveland Frog. The frogmen are controlling drones with their wands. With their wanda. That sounds kind of funny. With their wands. Could be. I mean, they do kind of look like they could control they're kind of creepy. They're kind of alien-y. All right. Sorry, squirrel. I know I do it all the time. I probably get it from all you guys that I grew up with. So I always say so. I need to get better about that. That we're currently going over the awesome jumbo postcards for the going to be merch. I have to get them up in a storefront of some kind, but they are quite large, like 7.5 by 5.5. So you will need extra postage, but 2 stamps should be fine. And this one features Love Has Won. Now, for you guys that may not be familiar with Love Has Won or Mother God, that was a trip. She was the cult leader that was found in a sleeping bag in her bed, basically mummified. She had like silver paint on her face, but her skin was blue because she had been taking copious amounts of colloidal silver because they weren't measuring it right. Turns out she probably had cancer or something like that. But so that's when your skin actually starts to turn like almost. Actually, this is a better one. It's like a silver. It's almost like this color. It's really trippy how our body does that. And they found her and they had wrapped Christmas lights around her dead body. I don't know if I can say that, but her corpse inside of here. And I drew it out on a little sticky note because I can't draw. I'm a nerd, but I cannot draw. And look what brought it to life exactly how I wanted it. So you have Mother God. She's deceased. She's wrapped in Christmas lights, and she's in her little sleeping bag. Kind of looks like Finn from the cartoon. I don't know if I can say that. So there it is. Postcard backing again. Has the purple here. So very interesting. Cult leader really did happened out in Colorado. And there's a lot of stuff in that area. I learned about all kinds of things that they allow. I also think that's one of the few places you can do a funeral pyre, like the legit funeral pyre. It's illegal in most places. So all of our awesome, I'm hoping to get these up in a storefront very quickly, but also if you're tuning in, if there's a couple of you that are in here, I would love to do a giveaway for these. I'm planning on doing that soon. And you'll see that on our Instagram, Creepy Confidential. It's just at Creepy Confidential. No underscores, no nothing. So you don't even have to worry about that. And you'll get a cool little swag bag. But have to pay attention for that over on our Instagram. So stickers. As you can see, I love stickers. Absolutely love them. So I'm like, we got to get stickers made for the episodes, right? So let's talk about some of the stickers we have. Hopefully this won't go too long. So for those of you who are just tuning in, my name's Noelle. I am the host of Creepy Confidential, podcast about cryptids, cults, conspiracies, and other worldly creepy. So aliens, ghosts, creepy stories, things like that. I forgot I didn't pull any of these out, so I'm doing it now. And we have merch. We also have Creepy Confidential also has merch that is t-shirts, mugs, things like that. Very similar. There is a what would have been our Injured Cold. I actually ended up using it for merch because I loved it so much. And it's a little more it's that one I believe is AI and real smooth, but it's got the creepy head and oh yeah, not quite what I wanted necessarily use for this, but for merch, super creepy, and I love it. So that's the links for our regular merch is over on you can go to creepyconfidential.com for everything, and that's kind of use that as a pivotal moment to take you anywhere you want to go. You want to follow us, creep on us on our socials. It's at Creepy Confidential. You can go to creepyconfidential.com and you can tune into the episodes. I have made sure that there's a nice player from our Spreaker right at the top, so you can just scroll through and choose and listen. Or you can follow us over on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or on Google. You can say, Alexa, please play, and it'll take you there. So make sure that really anywhere you want to go, you can listen about cryptids, cults, conspiracies, and other worldly creepy. So this one is just a sticky version or like a shiny version of the card. And he's yelling at the Alexa. Just wanted to dupe that one because I loved it. Some of them are the same and some of them are not. Like the Heaven's Gate one that I have here. Let me get it out of there. Hello, Somerset Mothman. Oh my gosh, someone I know. So for any of you guys that are in here, Somerset Mothman, he is in-person Mothman, so you can actually meet him. Really, really cool. Yeah, very, very cool. And I believe he has his counterpart is also part of that what is that called? Universe. Very, very creative. It was nice to meet you, by the way, at GhoulieCon. So moving here, we're just talking about merch. We're gonna hopefully have all of our postcards and stickers in an actual shop instead of just here and for other people. So this one I did a 3 kind of a holographic, and that one is the beaming is also like that. I love that. It's so tempting not to take my own stuff and just go crazy with it. The Fresno Nightcrawlers, I also did one, but it is different than the postcards. So these ones look like this. It's not a holographic, but still very, very cool, and has little sequins in the background. So more Fresno Nightcrawlers. I did both of them in kind of girly colors, but I think that's just what I was inspired with. My cryptids can be either one, and I thought because of their pants, they almost had like Cher pants. That's how I imagined it. So anybody that's coming in, I've seen a couple people, feel free to tap the screen so that I know that you're there. It would be awesome to see some hearts just that I know that you're there. And feel free, take a listen. Creepy Confidential. We're a podcast about cryptids, cults, conspiracies, and other worldly creepy. And I'm showing off some of the cool stuff that we make. So the Aokigahara Jukai used the same for this one, but this one is holographic. So it has a little more of that 3D look to it, like the little spirits are moving in the forest. I really like these. I think these are 3-inch stickers. So, and they're I've had one on a couple different things, and it lasts a long time. So love that. Oh, the Supreme is here. Hello, GhoulieCon. Hello, Joanne. So, folks who are maybe just tuning in, you're starting to see some of the people that I actually know. Again, I will be at GhoulieCon this year. I'll be a speaker, coming with a whole presentation. I hope you guys are ready, because it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna make people think. And then Creepy Confidential is actually one of the sponsors for GhoulieCon this year. So GhoulieCon is on the poster. It's very, very cool. So, and my little top secret project that I was talking about, I'll be joining forces. So it's going to be multi channels. It's going to be awesome. So if you're here, start tapping the screen if you could, just so that we know that you're there. It would be fantastic. We've set a goal for gifts, but you'll see it at the top. You don't have to feel like you absolutely have to, but anything goes back into helping keeping this creepy wheel rolling. So the next one was an episode. I did this one was Alien Hotspots for the US, and I loved, you could track where they were most commonly seen, and it's weird when you realize that some of the big ones are in your state. So there's that. So this episode was for that. We basically did the alien. I really want to do this one as a postcard, but I liked the sticker. So basically an alien that's traveling the United States, and he has he's going to Hawaii. So that, also holographic. Yes, I forgot. It's holographic. So these are, again, people are just checking it out. These are the 3-inch stickers, and we have several very similar to the jumbo postcards. So thank you. Who is that? Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Thank you. I love you guys. So new people, I know I keep saying this, but I want to make sure that people know, Creepy Confidential. I am the host of Creepy Confidential. I also put together the episodes, create the art with fellow artists, MVR Creative, or Mr. Creep, or both, because I know sometimes same people. And I love this subject, and I love wearing stickers and having creepy postcards, and people just don't make cool merch. It's the same alien head, it's the same, reproduction. So this was like my call for that. So Love has one. Again, here's another one, but this one is also holographic, so it almost looks like the little galaxy is moving around in the background. Super, super cool. If you ain't creeping, you sleeping. I like that. Put that on a t-shirt, because I love that. If you guys are in here, it'd be awesome if you could share the live. There's nothing like I'm not telling any stories. Well, I kind of did a little bit about the episodes, but it'd be great to get people to know where I am, try and be better about now 2025. I've had a little bit of time under my belt. I really learned the episodes and how I want to do things. So coming on here is fun. If anything, just to show off cool things that I've created, which I absolutely love to do. And this is just a way of getting in touch with everybody. So these are our merch stickers. This one is the same as our postcard. Oh my gosh, 2025. Oh my goodness. That's awesome. I really like that one. That's wild. I felt like I was on New Year's ago. Well, New Year's I was probably yawning by 9:30, but now we're good. Thank you so much. The Indrid Cold, this one is not holographic, but these are very, very glossy, and they do keep their gloss really, really well, which I love. So that one is, I think that's the end of our episode ones. I'm hoping to do a giveaway. Seems like I'll talk about a giveaway, or I'll say, hey, if you comment here, and then people just must not like free stuff. Oh my gosh, I really want that hat. That's so cool. I have a one that looks like a wolf. It's like a big fuzzy wolf head. So these ones, if you see these around town, now I'm in Ohio, If you see these around town or at a gas station or someplace and you take a picture of one, right? A picture of this holographic sticker, I will send you a swag bag for free. How's that? But you have to take a picture and you have to show me where you are. And I will send a whole swag bag to you if you see one of these holographic stickers. So very, very important for those creeps out there, because Miss Creep's going across the nation here. So if you guys see one, I'll hook you up. But you have to show me where you are. So for those just tuning in again, don't try and keep saying it. My name's Noelle. I am the host of Creepy Confidential. I am Miss Creep, Queen Creep, if you want to be formal. And I'm just showing off some of our merch. I'm almost, I think this is the last one. These ones are fun. This is our 3D design. This is also in our merch shop. So things, I think I have hoodies, shirts. I used some with the 3D and I did some with the classic. So they're really, really fun. And I love these. You can just put them everywhere. I'm right on my microphone. I just tend to, if you see me in public, I will give you one of these for finding me. I have an old lady cat who's playing with her toys. So I have made it through all of our stickers, all of our postcards. You guys are just going crazy in here, and I just am so excited that you guys just made my night. I have really been working hard on making sure that 2025 I already have episodes planned, and I know it is fun how everyone does, it's nice when I hear, oh my gosh, we love Creepy Confidential, or we love Creep. First episode of 2025 is going to be involving ectoplasm, which I won't tell you what part at this current moment, but we all love ectoplasm because I feel like when you see it in movies, at least I as a paranormal investigator, I love when I see it, and I love that they referenced it, and I'm like, oh, I gotta be careful here. Is this too scandalous? Is it too scandalous to oh, I'm missing a jewel. Oh well. I always see it, even in just Ghostbusters. I remember that's what really started it off for the paranormal world for me. But squirrel. Anyway, so we're going to talk about ectoplasm, and yes, oh my gosh, that did happen today. Since we're just candidly talking, we went out to get some lunch, and when we were leaving, there was a car that had a Mothman sticker on the back, and my hubby was like, do you have business cards on you? And I think he was, maybe he was just joking. He wasn't telling me to do anything. And I said, I do. And I took 2 cards and I ran in, and I just turned around and I was like, who has Mothman on their car? And like the lady just looked at me like, me? And I told her who I was and what I did. And I gave my business cards. And the one gal said, I already follow you. Of all of Columbus. That was so wild to know that was the case. So we're getting out there slowly but surely. People love to hear about cryptids, cults, conspiracies, and aliens and ghosts. And ghosts have been really popular. Paranormal has been so popular. I went from probably not talking about paranormal for a very long time. Oh my gosh, the glasses. Thank you so much. I want those glasses now. Those are fabulous. But the paranormal, it's like all of a sudden everyone wants to know about the paranormal. I think in the future, I have like 2 outward things that aren't even here in the regular world of Creepy Confidential that wants, howdy partner, that want paranormal stuff. So it's super interesting because now I'm like, I have all this stuff. Let me tell you about it. And it's even last night before, I called into Strange Talk Radio, which if you have not listened to Strange Talk Radio, it's another program where they really dive deep. And that is an actual FM and AM. They're Artifact Radio, and they're out of Cincinnati. And I called in and told a story about how my whole paranormal team was potentially almost wiped out in one night because we crawled into an attic without even thinking about it twice, while the weird homeowner was at the bottom of the steps. So, the things you learn is that you should really pay attention when you're at an investigation. The homeowner was really strange. But that one, it wasn't even about the paranormal, but we were there doing a paranormal investigation. So I'm really hoping to kind of talk about all the cases and the places that I've had a chance to go and see. And even though my primary focus now is not necessarily the paranormal, but it's my first love. It's my first love. Ghostbusters, seeing Ghostbusters for the first time. I wanted to be Ray so bad. I was Ray Stantz, and I liked to work on cars, and I liked to, smoke cigars when I got older, and I liked to eat, and a nerd. I checked all the boxes, and kind of, over exuberant about the paranormal world. So that I'm excited to be able to talk about all the cool cases, like when I talked about Starvation Heights. That started as a paranormal investigation. So it's like a full circle moment. So when you guys hear about cases, or things that I'm talking about, that a paranormal team that I've been with, I've been there, I've lived it, I've done it, and really researched it. So it's fun to be able to talk about it and to tell everybody, and tell my shirt's catching, sorry, and to tell the fellow creeps out there about Creepy Confidential. Thank you so much, everybody, for tapping the screen and for giving gifts. That was so awesome. I did not expect any of that. I was like, I'm going to get on here tonight and I'm just going to show off my nerdy stuff and maybe people will join. So it's super, super cool that I had a chance to show off the goodies. Well, not my goodies, but the Creepy Confidential goodies. Remember, creepyconfidential.com. You can absolutely go on and it will take you all things Creepy Confidential. You'll be able to go to our episode catalog. I believe we're on episode 37 right now, which doesn't sound like a lot, but I like that Creepy Confidential has never been just sitting down and it's just people BSing, where you have to kind of filter through what they're actually talking about. I like to tell a little bit of a story, or create a story, or kind of reel you in a little bit, and then break down everything that has gone on with that story. Like the Donner Party, even though it's not ghosts or aliens, it's a very, very tragic case of starvation and cannibalism and its history. But what a crazy ride that one was. And it involved Abraham Lincoln. For those that may not know, Abraham Lincoln was almost part of the Donner Party and would not be here today to be president. But he also probably wouldn't have been good eating because he's real skinny. But that's a morbid thought. But these are the things that go on in my head. Can I do more lives? Oh my gosh. I guess I should. now that I see that it's a cool, I can just come, I can chit chat. Maybe when I'm doing episodes, I'm working on episodes or research, I can show off cool things in here. That might be fun. Oh my gosh, Turkey Lincoln logs. I mean, that's morbid. That's very morbid. R.I.P., sir. But that one was wild, kind of telling a story first. You got to, I found because the newspaper articles just after the Donner tragedy, people were just, oh my gosh, they were just wanting to constantly report about it. So it was that's my old lady cat that's playing in the background. She's the true OG of Creepy Confidential. She listens to everything. I have all kinds of people in here. Oh my goodness. What happened? You guys are just rocking it. I have so many cool things coming in the future, and I really cannot wait to share them with the rest of the Creep Nation. And I hope that I get even more people listening, just for the sake of, we want to have you as part of the Creep Nation, even if it's just you want to talk about a weird subject, or maybe talk about the episode, or you want a Cliff's Notes version. The episodes are a good way because they're only 20-30 minutes, unless you get the cult ones, and then they're pretty long. And the cult episodes are coming back. I just popped into my head and I needed to make sure that I mentioned it. The last one that I did, I believe, was Universal Medicine, the one in Australia, the one that believed we had energy snakes living in our bum. That's an interesting subject. But I think that was the last one I covered. And that one is still, that cult is still going. It's still real. So there's that. But I'm bringing back the cult episodes. They take a lot of research because I don't like just vomiting, or as I hear some others, reading just straight off of Wiki, which is not an episode, and we can tell when the words are verbatim. That's not my I don't like hearing it. I don't like that whole thing. So for me, I want to have time to research it, and I want to cover some of the big ones. I've covered Heaven's Gate, which was a big one. Love Has Won, which is a big one. And I'm really hoping to cover the Jonestown. There's no weird alien background about it, but it's a tragedy, and it's part of our history. So I think the Jonestown would be, I've already started a little bit of research. I'm not going to take a year to do it, obviously, but like I did for Heaven's Gate, but I really want to bring those back. And I think more people need to know about the cults that have been from the past, so that they can understand that when they're hearing it, or that there is a cult that's trying to recruit them, or they hear that term, love bomb and things like that, that falls under the category of creepy confidential, because that is some creepy behavior, and we don't want that. So I think a lot of people are also were not alive, like myself. Even if I was so young, I was so protected. Grew up in a nice area with families that kind of kept us from that. So I want to kind of refresh that. I think people forgot that Jonestown had over 900 that were just in a very tragic way. So that one, but I think getting into the psychology of him, and that one, I think that'll be interesting. I haven't really read about, I've listened to the tapes, and that's about it. So Creepy Confidential, well, obviously, we're going to crack open some big cases this year. So I think I thank you so much, everybody, for coming in here and either sharing or liking, or the gifts. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. And I really, really am excited to have you guys along for this ride. Now it's my time to be a nerd, and I love it. So if you're listening one last time before I go, you need to go to creepyconfidential.com, and it'll take you everywhere. It'll take you to anywhere you might listen to podcasts. It'll have links for that. It'll take you to YouTube. You can look through all of our lives. It'll take you to our merch, like wearable merch, which you think I should have worn some wearable merch, but whatever. And so it'll take you everywhere. We have our first Creepy Confidential of After Dark for 2025 coming up on I love it. It's a goose. It's a relaxed goose. Coming up on January 17th, we're going to have Leslie and Stephen Shaw. They are the authors of Who They Are and What They're Up To. It's a book about aliens. They've had several experiences and encounters. So I'm hoping that will be a good way to kick off the 2025 After Dark season. By the way, if you didn't catch the finale, I know I keep saying this is a Midwest goodbye. Just get over it. If you did not catch the 2024 After Dark finale, it was a hoot. It was an absolute hoot. We had trivia. I dressed up. I think that one other person had a cape on, but whatever. You get to see me all done up as the vampire version, and we just discussed all kinds of horror trivia, and it was a hoot. And I had Hellzone TV, the Supreme, also known as Joanne, the curator and creator of GhouliCon. She was on there. Techno Wizard was on there. He is the thing that makes wheels turn behind the scenes, but we got him to be on camera. So that was a lot of fun. And then Day Day, who is the Hellmaster of the Hellzone. That's his channel, but everything was on us. So absolutely, you should go back and watch it. A lot of fun. Okay, I think I have gone through everything, and I thank you so much again. Thank you for all the tapping and the gifts. Oh my gosh. And remember, creepyconfidential.com, and we'll see you guys for our first live January 17th. Hit those links because the YouTube is where we're going to be. So again, thank you so much for being here, and we'll catch you next time here on Creepy Confidential.